everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't been here before, welcome. I am going to be doing some tutorials, get ready with me's, chatty ones like I'm probably going to do today. I'm also going to be delving into kind of like skincare as well at some point. I don't know when. I'm hoping this month, but there's a few things that I'm waiting on to come in, like delivery wise, for me to be able to start doing that. So today, today I want to, I don't know, do kind of like a really bright summery type look. The last look I did, it was purple and blue and it was nice, it was bold, it was bright, but I kind of want to do something a little bit more like, kind of like what someone would wear on a more everyday basis type thing. Don't get me wrong, I'd probably wear that blue and purple look out, but you know, anyway. So I'm just gonna jump right in and get started. So I'm just going to prime like I normally do. This is the primer that I'm using currently until I don't know, buy some more, try some new ones. If you've got any suggestions as to what brands you want me to try or anything like that, comment below and I will look into buying those products and trying them out for you, and I can give you like kind of like a first impression or like a little review or something like that before you go and purchase it yourself, and I can let you know whether it's worth it. Designer Brands primers I actually really like. This one and the, I think it was it's blue. It's a blue packaging, exactly like this. It's got hyaluronic acid in it. The other one I ran out. Otherwise I'd probably be using that one. This one is good. It's definitely moisturizing. I don't know. Something about the one with the hyaluronic acid in it. It kind of feels a little more hydrating, and I don't feel like this one kind of leaves, well, at least on my hands anyway, it leaves like a little film, whereas on my face, if you rub it in enough and work it in, it makes your skin quite soft. So it's not bad. It's not a bad one to buy, and it's pretty decent on price. I can't remember how much it is, and but like I said, I'll leave a link. I'll leave a link for everything down below anyway, if you decide that you want to purchase it. None of these are sponsored. None of them are sponsored, so I thought I'd just mention that now. I don't know if I mentioned that in my last video. I don't think I did. Nothing is sponsored. If anything is sponsored, I will let you know. I'm not making any money off the products or anything like that, except for the Power Lips range and any other products that I will actually let you know that are the ones that I'm selling. I'm going to start with my Super Stay 24-Hour Concealer by Maybelline in the shade Light Beige Clair. So I'll do what I normally do with that one. I'm just gonna pop that all over my lids and pop that there. And then I'm just going to be taking my paddle brush and blending that out. So today I'll be using the Shaaanxo The Remix palette. This is one of my favorite palettes. Like, it's double-sided and it's 18 eyeshadows. So 18 color shadow palette. You can use these for eyeshadows, blushes, you name it. I'm gonna set my concealer with this color here. It's called Clarity. I'm just gonna use my same brush and I'm just gonna start to set that just to even everything out and to set my base. Okay, now that that is set, I'm gonna go in with, I probably should turn it up right. So yeah, so I just use Clarity to set my base. I'm gonna go in with this color here, Buttercup. It's probably coming up a little more orange on camera, but it's more like a muted yellow kind of shade. So I'm just going to dip my brush in there, as you can see, and I'm just gonna run that over the crease. Might actually deepen that deepen that crease with this terracotta shade. And I'm just gonna take a little bit of that on the tip of my brush, and I'm just going to buff that in the deepest part of my crease. Now I'll be taking Take Me Back to Brazil, the palette by BH Cosmetics. So I'm kind of eyeing off these two shades here. Might start with the lighter one. So I might start with this one here. And let's see. Yeah, that's so pretty. So yeah, watch. So I literally one tap, and that color, wow. I'm just gonna swoop this all over my eyelid and see what happens. I haven't decided if I'm going to cut the crease or anything like that yet. I don't know whether I want to or not. That is like almost neon, that one. Who knows, I might actually cut my crease. So I might actually dip into that coral shade and see what, that, I don't know, how that looks. Oh, pretty. Very corally. I don't know if you can tell that on camera. But when you buff that in, it almost goes like almost pink. Well, I suppose it's in pink, but I might mix those two shades and see what comes up. That is like neon, like crazy neon. Oh, straight up in the eyebrow there. That's all right. We'll fix that up. So something like that. So I'll be going back and forth from the two palettes that I've been using, and probably back and forth from those two bright orange shades to those two matte shades in this palette, just to kind of come up with like a custom, oh, look at that. Yep. So what I've done, I've just mixed those two matte shades, literally just mixing them, and I'm just buffing that into my outer V and up into my crease, and basically coming up with a deeper, more muted orange. Okay, so I've kind of decided I want to do like a halo look. I'm gonna get my smaller brush. Ooh. So I'm just, I want to kind of do like a halo look. So what I want to do, I want to deepen the inner and outer corners. So I'm just taking a small pencil brush, and I'm going to dip into, or mix actually, I'm going to be mixing terracotta and silhouette. So I'm just going to kind of deepen up that shade, and I'm just going to place that in the inner and outer corners. So that's kind of how we are looking. I don't know if you can see the difference. Oh yeah, you can see it. So you can tell that I've kind of gone around, just up a little bit. I don't know if it's gone up enough, but if we keep blending, we will get there. I'm going to take that middle shade Beach Babe. So I'm just gonna take that. You don't need too much, I suppose. Like, it's come up on my brush. I'm just gonna pop that on the center. Is that coming up? It's not coming up as bright as I want it. So I'm just gonna go straight in with my finger, and I'm just going to pat that on the center. So that's kind of how we're looking. I don't know if you can see the difference. Oh yeah, you can see it. So you can tell that I've kind of gone around, just up a little bit. I don't know if it's gone up enough, but if we keep blending, we will get there. I'm going to take that middle shade Beach Babe. So I'm just gonna take that So I kind of want to be, maybe we'll take that other one as well, Glow Baby, and might just mix that and put that on top as well. Let's just pop that. Yeah, I'm glad I did that. It just kind of, there we go. I don't know if you can see that on camera or not. So pretty though, it's very, very shimmery. So that's how we are looking so far. I might just go ahead and do my base. So like my foundation, concealer, and then I'll come back and we'll contour and everything like that and put blush on and stuff together. So I'll go do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so that's that. This is the Cream Contour Palette by Crown Brush, and this is the colors in it. So what I might do, I might take this yellowish shade and I'm gonna set this under my eye, almost like a concealer, I suppose, and see if I can highlight the area. Did that just cover up my under eye? I think that did. I actually don't know if I'm gonna need a concealer today. Fancy that. I kind of want to just warm up my complexion a bit, so I might take this middle shade on the top here. I'm gonna take that and I'm just gonna start placing it around where I want to bronze. So around the top of my forehead, my temples, my cheeks. I know it kind of looks scary at the moment, but I promise you, creams are just so buildable. So I'm actually placing this on my cheekbones. So it probably looks super high at the moment, but I will be blending it out. Down the side of my cheeks here, because I don't want to look like I have really fat cheeks. And a little bit on it. So I'm kind of contouring, but not. I'm just gonna warm up my face a bit. So then I'm gonna take my flat face brush as well, and I'm just gonna start buffing. Like, look at that. Oh, this is fantastic. And I'm not pressing heavily too, even though it might look it. That is so pretty. And I'm just kind of buffing it around. I'm just gonna buff that into my hairline so I don't have a significant line. I want to take that one. I want to take this really dark shade and see if I can so I'm just gonna run a little bit there, kind of down my face here a bit. What you want to kind of do is like a 3 almost. So you go around and I kind of go down underneath, if that makes sense. So down and underneath here. And then same again. So I just run it down, run it down under my cheekbone and up over my temple. And then again, down under my jawline. So I've kind of got like a 3 on my face. And then I'm taking again my flat face brush and I'm just going to buff that in. Oh, it's beautiful. Okay, so that's kind of how we are looking. And in a similar palette actually is the blush. So I want to give that a go as well since I haven't set anything yet. So it's the Crown Brush palette as well. This is the blush palette and look at those. They're just so gorgeous. And I just don't know what color. Kind of want to go with similar, I reckon warm. We'll stick with warm. So I kind of want to take this one here. Like this orange one and use that. And I'm just going to dip in to that. I'm just gonna, there we go. And I'm just going to pat that where I put my bronzer. You don't want to put it on the front of your cheeks. So when you smile, they say blush that. Don't do that. Unless that's the look you're going for, don't do it. Because if you want a natural flushed look, you want to go on your cheeks and buff it out. So I'm just going to take my flat brush again and I'm just going to buff that into my skin like that, see? It gives you a little bit of color, but it doesn't make you look like you've just got these like clown cheeks. Like look, it just melts into the skin so beautifully. Oh. And I don't know if you can see the sheen. Because they're creams, you get that sheen as well. It's not matte. I might not set with this, like my full face. I might actually use this powder that my friend gave me as well. So she gave me the Artist Selection Cosmetics loose powder. It's colorless. So it's just, I don't know if you can see that there. And it's colorless, so which it actually says just there. And then I'm going to just pat. Everywhere. I've never baked before, so I don't know what I'm doing, ever. And I'm just gonna take my big powder brush and I'm just gonna dust all that away. Finally milled. So that's actually not a bad thing. Like at all. It just means that it is a very, very fine powder. Oh, look at that, yeah. It's literally put a filter over my face. It makes me look airbrushed. It's very matte. I'm sure you can see that on camera. Like it made me look super matte. I'm just kind of, it's really lightened me up here as well. I don't know if that's showing up on camera as well, but I wanted to test. But that's good. That worked out really nice. Like that's the second time I've used it, so yeah. Looks good. I don't mind it at all. It does. It looks like it's put like a filter over my face. I don't even know where you can get this, but I'm gonna have a look and see where I can find it, if I can find it. But pretty much, as far as I know and have experienced, any loose powder that is finely milled will do the same thing. I've heard a lot of good things about, if you want coverage, I suppose, but where it's a colored powder, MAC Studio Fix powder or Cover FX, or I think it's CoverGirl. CoverGirl is also got like a pressed powder that can do this same finish. So because that was quite powdery, I'm just going to use my setting spray and soak up any excess powders. Yeah, that just looks so much better. Like, I don't know if you can see that. It just soaked up any excess powders. Just let that soak in. Now I'm going to do my brows. I'm just going to use my Final Touch brows that I got as a gift. Okay. So what I've gone a little low on that one, but that's okay. I can always tidy that up. So if I do what I just did and I've gotten a little bit thicker on this brow, I'll grab that shade that I set my concealer with before and I'll just take it on a brush, generally a flat one, and I'll just run it underneath and tidy that up. So there you go. So I'm just gonna set my brows and just set them into place. So I'm just gonna use my Gimme Brow in shade 3. Now that I've kind of done that, what I want to do, I kind of do want to go a bit smoky underneath, but let's do the eyeliner first. So today I usually go with my eyeliner pen, the Hyper Sharp Wing by Maybelline. That's what I usually normally use. So that's it there, and it's just a pen, like a felt tip pen. Whereas today, I spotted this back in my collection. It's the Hyper Glossy Liquid Liner. I actually think this is also Maybelline. Yeah, it is Maybelline, just in shade black. I can't remember using this, but it's literally just one of those. So it's literally a little brush. We're gonna try and attempt today to do a really, really thin liner. I don't know about a wing, I haven't decided yet, so let's just see what happens. That's how we're looking for the wing. It's actually, like, it's not bad. Like, it's not bad. Suppose I'm just so used to that pen, I can just like whip on my, like I can turn my brush and I can go thicker. Whereas this, I've got to, like, I don't know if you can see on camera, like I can literally just work slowly and do a really small wing. What I might do, just to save a bit of time, I might do the other one off camera and then I'll be right back. Okay, so now that the eyeliner's done, I want to run a little bit of the terracotta color under my lash line. So I'm just gonna take some of the terracotta and I'm just going to run that under my lash line. Perfect. And I don't know whether to add some shine or glitter. So I've just wiped it off a little bit of the Stila Glittering Glow in Diamond Dust. I'm just going to a little bit on there, and I'm just gonna grab a clean brush and I'm just going to spread that out a little. There we go. So how's that looking? I think that looks pretty. I might actually put some on my inner corner. And just kind of run it underneath like that. So I'm going to use my domed highlight brush and I'm going to highlight with Holy Grail. So I'm just going to dip that in there. So I'm just going to run that on my cheekbone. I don't know if it's coming up on camera, but it's a very, very light, glowy highlighter. It doesn't like shine, I suppose. You can build it up and it can be quite a blinding highlighter, but yeah, it's coming up for me. I don't know if it is for you guys, but it's so pretty. Just gonna build that up just a little bit more. And this brush I find really buffs in any shimmers and stuff like that. So look at that. I don't know if you can see that. It is coming up. It is quite glowy, like compared to that side. Like you can see, it's just beautiful. Do I want to add something else? I might. That's where I'm going to take my little highlight brush. I'm just going to grab a little bit of Electra because these are quite shimmery, and I'm just going to, yeah. You can see that, right? Like, it's just on the high point of my cheek. You can see that's just blinding. And then I'm gonna get a short shadow brush and I'm gonna highlight my brow bone as well. So just like that. Okay, so now for mascara. I normally use my Rimmel Scandalous Wow Wings. That's what I normally use. But I wanna try and dip back into my Maybelline Colossal Go Extreme in leather black. So I'm gonna, might actually be a bit, might be a little bit dry. Doesn't really separate my eyelashes as much as it used to, but it could be that it's drying out. I think I might have to throw that one out because it's just not white. So I'm just gonna go back in to my Rimmel Scandalous Wow Wings. So now I have to let all that dry on my eyelid before I can flake it off. So yeah, so far that's how we're looking. Not impressed now. Let's go and put a lipstick on, shall we? I get so nervous. I haven't done like a bold lip like this in a while, so I'm like, I'm actually gonna go straight in with Anna Nicole by Jeffree Star. So let's just see how that looks. Now, so that's the Anna Nicole lip. I actually don't mind it. It's looking quite raunchy. And I need to fix up that mascara right there. So I'm just going to take that pencil brush that I use for all the blending and I'm just going to brush over it, and it's just kind of coming away. So I do recommend that if you get mascara on your eyelid, wait till it dries because it'll just flake right off. I think we are done. So that is the completed look. Let me know what you think down below. If you like this tutorial or this style of video, hit that like button and give me a thumbs up. And if you want to see more and don't want to miss out, hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell. And thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.